All right, everybody, we are back where we dug another basement for an ICF home. Let's go check it out. All right, we have got the M&R excavation crew on the site. It appears as though the dirt work that Mike and I did has held up really well. Very little moisture got down into this hole. The M&R excavation crew has the former drain started. Looks like they've got a little bit of more work to do, get some rebar in there. Looks like they've got some rebar started, and it looks like they are digging the earth in footer. Let's hop down in here and give you guys an explanation of what's going on. Good morning, Matt.
Morning.
How are you today?
Fine.
How'd yesterday go? That ground was a little hard, huh?
Yep.
Let's go check that out. So Matt started digging the earth in footer yesterday. And boy, let me tell you, you can see where the dampness starts down there, but this top, roughly 10 inches, it's almost like digging through rock. You can see it real well right there. This ground is froze, and it is froze hard. So, to explain to you guys what's going on here, this is form a drain. You're forming a footer with a drain. You can see the slots in it there. These are 2-foot spacers. The rebar goes on top of the spacers, gets tied down, and this creates an internal and an external drain. And what'll happen is the water will come in, come up, hit the cracks, and it can go all the way around if it wants. But there will be an outlet right here. They've got to cut it and put it in yet, but they've got this started. And then at this outlet, there'll be a 4-inch pipe that goes over the hill, which will in turn drain all of the inside underneath the concrete pad, and all the outside the ICF walls. All that water will get trapped in that former drain and shot out a pipe. I'll show you guys on this one. Over here on this side, we actually have a drain already installed. Most of the time, former drain only calls for one outlet. Matt, to just double make sure, because of how long this former drain is, and the point in fact that the frost wall makes the former drain separated, he wants to put 2 drains in. Right here's that drain. So that's where the 4-inch line hooks up, shoots over the hill. Now let's go back here and look at this rebar grid. You guys can see the rebar they have in here. They've got 3 rows of 1/2-inch rebar, crossed and tied to the spacers. These are called spacers. They hold the former drain at a 2-foot width. Our wall will end up being 1 foot wide, 6 inches of concrete, 3-inch styrofoam, 3-inch styrofoam, so it'll be 6 inches on each side of the ICF, as it's 1 foot taken out of 2 feet. You guys can see how they've bent their 90s. Again, everything's tied. They've ran that opposite corner. They've got a little bit of rebar from there over, but they don't have it all in. Now this former drain, all the way around the entire home, soon to be home should I say, is set perfectly level. Over here, back to the front side, I'll explain the frost wall. So as you can see over here, there's earth above the footer, and there's more than 30 inches of dirt there. However, right next to it, there is not 30 inches of earth. There is no earth. And all this will get brought up to final grade. But this creates the need for a frost wall, meaning you get your footer, your foundation of your home below the frost line per code in this area. Code in this area is 30 inches below finished grade. So the way we do that as we dig it underneath the former drain so that the 2 footers tie together, and then they will form up, if you will, a wall right there with foam. And we'll show you guys that during the stack out process. But basically right here, all this will be filled with concrete. We've got below grade, and we will want that footer to be 18 inches below the top of this former drain. And this frost wall will come over because this is the shape of the house. If there was 20 inches of dirt where I'm standing, the former drain would have actually turned, came along here, turned again, and went over and met that other former drain. We're doing all right this morning? Everybody awake finally? Huh, Darby?
Oh, great.
Everybody's awake? Nice and warm. It's a whopping 30 degrees out here today. Still warmer than yesterday, right?
Oh, we've got wind today.
And we do have wind today. So that's what's making it feel so daggone cold today. So I'll show you guys a little bit of digging here. Matt's in the excavator. And it is it's less than ideal when the ground's this frozen. What do you think, Hunter? Pretty hard stuff when it froze, huh? When Mike and I were up here digging and pushing, it obviously was not froze, and this is some pretty good dirt. It moves around pretty easily, but once it gets froze, it turns into rock. But we'll get it. You guys can see the frost wall, frost-proof footer, whatever you want to call it, coming over. And then Matt will dig along that line right over there and tie it into that footer. All right, everybody, Matt is back to trying to dig again. And I tell you what, it's still really hard. Froze. We've had some sun, but the clouds are starting to cover it up, so we're not falling out as fast or as quick as what we want. I mean, it's just struggle bus, struggle bus, struggle bus. Let's see if Matt wants to try something we've done before. Hey Matt.
Yeah.
You tired of struggling?
Yeah.
We're gonna try our trick. Let's not state it. Let's just try our trick.
All right.
All right. We're gonna show you guys a trick that we've used in the past, and we're hoping that it works, right? I mean, you can see my breath. It's really cold. Let's try it. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. This may or may not have something to do with our trick. Almost there. Nice little pump. That little pump gets the job done right there, I tell you what. And finished. Just like that. Now this is what happens when you bring certain types of vehicles to the job site. You see the guy standing behind the white truck, and you see what's pulling over in the red truck. Let's see if we can get him out of there. I'm pretty confident little red can get him out of there, but we're not gonna say anything for sure until he's out of there. Hunter, what'd you do?
Yeah, no.
What'd you do, Hunter?
No.
No.
Can't blame you.
Yeah. But hey, y'all see what the white truck says, and you see what really has to happen, huh? What'd you do, Hunter?
All right, there you go.
I can't believe you, Hunter. Let's get him hooked up here.
What happens when you...
You ready?
That's what happens.
You ready to get that white thing out of there? Huh? Are you ready? Real man's truck. Why is the red one pulling out the white one then, Hunter? Looks like he's in reverse. See if we can ease the chain tight here so we don't break anybody's stuff. Nice and easy. There we go. Now he's out of the predicament he was in. Huh. Red truck pulls out white truck. Things you got to do on a job site. So Matt continued to stay on the struggle bus all the way down, and boy, it's just brick bat hard, isn't it?
I'm used to riding on a struggle bus.
So y'all remember the blue can that I said might have something to do with our little trick? You want to show them what your trick is, Matt?
Yeah.
So this is diesel fuel. We're in a controlled area. We have nothing but dirt all the way around us. We have an excavator if we need to snuff the fire out. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Throw some dirt on it. Dirt kills fire. We have a trained firefighter on the job.
Better not mention that.
That's a joke, folks. Remember, Matt, you got more footer over here too that you got to connect, right? Behind your skid, not your skid steer, but your excavator there.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for the fuel.
Huh. Well, I don't want to pull your truck over there again. Hunter got it hung up once, so I don't want to cause that again.
Set it fire.
We'll wait until you're out of there.
It's diesel.
I know, but we're gonna wait.
It soaks in the ground. It's not gonna burn.
Till you're there's plenty. There's plenty.
We got these government caps.
Yeah, makes it pour a little slower, right?
Yeah. Everything's slower with the government.
Hey, I will say that at least that's a good cap. That one's better than most.
Matt, where's your lighter?
So you guys see the process here. Let us finish pouring, or I'll set her afire. It'll make it work.
No, don't record yet.
That's what I want to get right there, the woof.
Get some more.
Hold on, we gotta get some more.
That's cool.
So all the workers got cold today. So we're warming everybody up, right? Making everybody nice and warm and toasty.
There's some garbage in there.
It's like one of those propane.
So as you can see, where Matt scratched it open, it's still hard. Well, now we're all thawed out with fire. And just so everyone knows, this is our first rodeo. Did you notice nobody's leaving the fire? Not a single person is walking away from the fire. Not even Matt's can of gas, which is 10 feet from the fire. Again, it's diesel. Takes air or combustion. But once it's on fire, it's a nice slow burn. All right, you guys see the trick. All right, so we've got the internal foundation bases going together here. That's what they look like. We'll show you guys those installed here shortly. They got all their pieces cut, screwing them together. Good work, guys. Let's go check on the fire crew. I tell you, Matt, you built a pretty good fire there, bud.
Warm.
Yeah, I guarantee it. So it has two purposes: keep you warm and thaw out the ground. I like your trick.
I've done it in a cemetery before.
Uh-oh.
But you want to make sure you do it in rural cemeteries.
Yeah. Not in the middle of a city.
No.
Everybody thinks you're cremating bodies that aren't supposed to be cremated, maybe. Well, the fire's still going. Once it's out, Matt will hop in the Bobcat and show you guys the reason for the trick. All right, it might still be on fire, but it's time to test it, right?
Yep.
We're tired of waiting. We're impatient. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Just look at that, would you? Allows you to break right through it. Hold on, don't hit me. Nice trick. Nice trick. All right, guys, we got all the former drains set. They're finishing up the last few boxes. It's ready to be poured, rebar's in place. So as always, like, comment, subscribe.